Hi there. Welcome to this 20-minute heart-opening yoga practice. Grab a block, place it near the top of your mat, an option for a strap if you're feeling a bit tight in your chest and shoulders. Otherwise, let's begin in extended child's pose near the back of your mat. Reach your arms forward as you soften your chest and hips down towards your mat. And take a few deep Ujjayi breaths in and out through your nose. A loud breath that is created by constricting the muscles in the back of your throat. This is the breath that will keep you focused and grounded. So maintain this breath throughout the rest of practice today. Find peace with your postures, your transitions, your breath, and anything that comes up on your mat today. When you're ready, rise up into a tabletop and take a few cat-cow spinal waves, inhaling as you drop your belly, exhaling as you round your spine, and feel free to add any other movement that might serve you. Eventually, make your way to downward facing dog and continue exploring movement as you appreciate any and all sensation in your body. And let's find ragdoll at the top of our mats. Separate your feet about hip distance or wider. Gentle bend in your knees. Grab onto your elbows and relax your neck, head, and jaw. As your hamstrings begin to open up, deepen your breath in and out through your nose. Now release your elbows, toe heel your feet together to touch, and find halfway lift. Slide your hands up to your shins, even to your thighs, and roll your shoulders back as if you were trying to pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Take a big inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. This time, mountain pose, come all the way up. Reach your arms overhead, but take your arms as wide as you need to so that you can relax your shoulders down. With your weight anchored down evenly through your feet, engage through your body, stand tall through the crown of your head, then grab onto your left wrist as you lengthen out your left side body. Tendency is to curl up here, so try pushing your right shoulder forward just slightly and pull your right hip back just slightly. Anchor down through your left foot as you lengthen through your left fingertips. Big breath in, big breath out, and come back to center and switch sides. Grab onto your right wrist, lengthen out your whole right side body. Driving down through your right heel, reach up through your right fingertips. Rotate your left shoulder forward just slightly. Push your left hip back just a little bit. Big breath in. Big breath out. Come back to center. Mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Take halfway lift. Slide your hands up your shins. Find your flat back. Then set up a high plank. Plant your hands. Step your feet back. Fan your fingers out wide. Bring your neck in line with your spine. Everything is lifting away from the ground, pushing against gravity. Find your Ujjayi breath to keep you calm, even within the challenge. Find your peace, even within this pose. 3, 2, and you'll slowly lower. 1, come all the way down to your belly. From your belly, plant your hands on fingertips, but wide, so that your fingertips are on the edge of your mat. Lift your elbows up towards the ceiling, then push into your fingertips to lift your head and chest up off the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, lower down and lower your right ear down to the mat. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower your left ear down to the mat. Inhale, come back up a little higher. Exhale, lower down, plant your hands underneath your shoulders, curl your toes under. Inhale, press up into a high plank all at once. Then exhale, send it back to downward facing dog. Great. Inhale, look up, bend your knees. Exhale, step your feet to touch at the top of your mat for a halfway lift. Find your flat back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, come all the way up. Grab your left wrist at the top. As you exhale, gentle dive to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Switch your grip. Exhale, dive to the left. Inhale, come back to mountain pose, big breath in. As you exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. For halfway lift, flat back as you inhale, pull your shoulders open. Then exhale to plant your hands, step your feet back, and lower all the way down to your belly. Prop your hands on fingertips, inhale to peel up. Exhale, lower your right ear down. Inhale to peel up. Exhale, left ear down. Inhale, peel up a little higher. Exhale, lower down, plant your hands and lift up to your high plank as you inhale. Exhale, send it back to downward facing dog. Fewer cues this time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, top of the mat. For halfway lift, find your flat back. Forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Dive to the right. Back to mountain. Dive to the left. Inhale, mountain. Forward fold. For halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, peel it up. Lower your right ear down. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, left ear down. And peel up a little higher. Lower down, plant your hands. Lift up to plank. Then send it back to downward facing dog. Find your Ujjayi breath. Then inhale to look up, bend your knees. Exhale, step your feet to touch top of your mat. Find halfway lift, breath in, then forward fold, breath out. For chair pose, sit back into your hips, reach your arms overhead, soften your shoulders, and press your inner thighs, your knees, and your ankles together. Inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms and interlace your hands behind your lower back. And if this is a strain, getting your fingers together, then use your strap as an extension of your reach. Now keep your hands as they are and stand up as you roll your shoulders open, lift up through your heart, big breath in. Exhale to forward fold with your chest expansion, hinge at your hips, gentle bend in your knees, head hangs heavy, hands fall forward. Next is halfway lift. Take your hands to your shins, roll your shoulders open, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, and take chaturanga, high to low plank, elbows graze your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift up through your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high and back. And as you can see, I'm taking a modified variation. You're always welcome to skip or modify at any point. From your down dog, reach your right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Position your ankle directly underneath your knee, then rise up into a crescent lunge. Arms reach up, sink low into your hips, and drive back through your left heel. Good. Open up into Warrior Two. Arms reaching front and back. Track your right knee open and firm up through your core. For Reverse Warrior, reach your right arm up to the ceiling and we'll add a half bind. Wrap your left arm around behind you, touching the back of your left hand to your right glute. And if you're feeling extra flexible or you have longer limbs, try using your left hand to grab onto your right thigh. Inhale. Exhale to extended side angle with your half bind. Roll your left shoulder open and back as you slide your right forearm inside of your right shin. Now just a little movement in this next transition. For a triangle with your half bind, just straighten out your right leg. Keep a little bend in your right knee for some control. Use your Ujjayi breath to stay grounded. And as you sink into your legs, make sure that you're not caving your chest forward. Half bind keeps you rolling open. You're welcome to look up or down or sideways, wherever works for you. From here, reach your left arm overhead. Big inhale. Then exhale, settle into Warrior Two, arms reaching front and back. From here, make your way to Dragonfly. Plant your left hand down onto the mat, reach your right arm high. And your back heel will pop up off the mat. Drive through your back heel. Stay lifted through your chest. Grip into your left hand and make your way to Wild Thing. Gracefully step your right foot behind you, keep your left leg straight, and lean back into your chest and shoulders as you reach your right arm overhead. Beautiful. Then make your way back to Downward Facing Dog. And let's take the left side. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, step it through low lunge. With your ankle directly underneath your knee, find crescent lunge. With your arms reaching up but your shoulders relaxed, sink into your hips and drive back through your right heel. Use your Ujjayi breath in and out through your nose. Then open up into Warrior Two, arms reaching front and back. Firm up through your core and keep everything engaged. For Reverse Warrior, reach your left arm high and add your half bind. Wrap your right arm around behind you and roll your right shoulder open and back. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle with your half bind. Slide your left forearm inside of your left shin. Soften in your inner thighs and roll open through your shoulders. For triangle with your half bind, just straighten out your left leg. And you might need to lift up a little higher to help you lean back. Over time and with practice, you can sink deeper into your hips. But for today, find peace in the pose that serves you. Adding on, undo your bind and reach your right arm overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, Warrior Two. Settle into your strong pose. Then for a Dragonfly, plant your right hand down on the mat and reach your left arm high. And gracefully make your way to Wild Thing. Step your left foot behind you as you lean back and reach for the front of your mat. Big inhale. Exhale, find Downward Facing Dog. Next inhale, look up, bend your knees. Exhale, step your feet all the way through, take a seat on your mat, and come to lie down on your back. Bring your block with you. Place your feet flat on your mat, hip distance, setting up for a bridge pose. Lift your hips up, then slide your block underneath your sacrum at its lowest or medium setting. Your sacrum is that diamond-shaped bone at your very lower back. Rest your weight into the block and feel your lower back decompress. Then press your weight into your feet to gently lift your hips. Place your block off to your side and lower your hips back down to your mat, making your way to happy baby. Grab onto your feet or ankles. Iron out your spine. Then draw your knees together and reach your arms out by your sides like a T or bent at the elbows for cactus arms. Keep your knees together and lower them down to your left. Option to turn your chin to the right. And breathe so deep, your inhales inflate and lengthen. Your exhales deflate, relax, and melt. Draw your knees back to center and switch sides. Lower both knees down to your right. Breathe into your back, your hips, your shoulders, wherever you feel it. Then bring your knees back to center. Place your hands on your shins. Feel your belly press into your thighs. And gently release into Shavasana. Take space. And with your eyes gently closed, relax everything you don't need, from your eyelids to your toes. Invite small movement in your fingers and toes. Roll out your ankles and wrists. Reach your arms overhead, take a long body stretch. Then curl up on one side into a fetal position. Using your hands, press yourself up to seated and bring your hands together at heart center. Find peace with your present, exactly as it is, without wanting or wishing. And practice this peace off your mat today, especially in the moments where it may seem more difficult. From the peace in me to the peace in you. Namaste.